Hey everyone, I'm John Hayden, and let's queer up the USA view. Thousands rally in Montgomery, Alabama to fight against voting rights rollbacks. Thousands of activists, civil rights leaders, and LGBTQ advocates gathered in downtown Montgomery for the All Roads Lead to the South voting rights rally, just days after a Supreme Court ruling in Louisiana versus Calais, which weakens protections for black voters. Nearly 6,000 people marched to the Alabama state capitol to protest Republican-led gerrymandering efforts and demand stronger protections under the Civil Rights Act. More than 160 grassroots organizations participated, including LGBTQ+ advocacy groups, black religious leaders, students, and members of historically black fraternities and sororities. Participants began the day marching across the historic Edmund Pettus Bridge, the site of the 1965 Bloody Sunday attack during the Civil Rights Movement. Speakers include Senator Cory Booker, Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, or AOC, Representative Ayanna Pressley, and Tennessee lawmakers Justin Jones and Justin Pearson. Booker told the crowd, quote, "There is no liberation without obligation. If we and our generation do not now do our duty, we will lose the gains and the rights and the liberties that our ancestors afforded us," end quote. LGBTQ+ activists also stressed the connection between racial justice and queer equality, with Jones saying, quote, "We must send a message that if they come for one of us, they come for all of us." Organizers say grassroots voter efforts and outreach will continue across southern states through the November 3rd election. I don't know how much good this is going to do. I mean, Republicans are just going to get in there and they're going to draw the lines that they want to draw. But we still need to send a message that we are here, we are paying attention, we're listening. And at some point, the pendulum's going to at least stop swinging away from us, right? It's going to stop. And as they're creating all these red districts, in close elections, or in landslide elections, I should say, which I think this is going to be this fall, some of those light pink districts are going to turn purple and blue. So for this year, and maybe in the next election cycle in 2028, this could come back to bite them in the ass.
But 6,000 people, like that's solidarity.
Right.
You
it
know?
is.
I mean, and all those organizations. You can't say it's for nothing.
Oh, no, I'm saying it won't have the effect that we would love, but it sends the message that we want to send.
I'm hopeful. I mean, we won't know till November 3rd that this gerrymandering will end up working in our favor.
How? Because
right now, I mean, through the Civil Rights Act, you're putting a lot of the black population into one district so they can have representation. When you gerrymander it so that you're taking a lot of these black, probably Democratic voters, and you're putting them into other districts that typically don't have as many Democratic voters, that with Trump's unpopularity rating right now, he's already on thin ice, even within many of the districts that we consider to be red. If you take some of these people, this population, and then dilute all of those Republican areas, it might end up working out that we gain more seats than we end up losing. So I don't know, but I think maybe this caucus and what they're doing to bring attention will hopefully get the independents in all of these other gerrymandered counties or districts to be like, you know what, we need to vote in solidarity with our black brothers and sisters, and we do that in all of these other districts, So it could have a positive, gain for us, and that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. I'm thinking Selma, Alabama, right? You mentioned it in the story. And this is what happens when they try to erase history, too. And when you think back in our civil rights movement and what happened in the horrible things that happened in Selma. But to start there again, it's like you're going to make us relive history. And people aren't going to forget. You're actually allowing us to remember what has happened when our civil rights were
You're reminding us.
Right.
And I'm getting mad.
Yeah. So
let's get mad together. Exactly. I mean, can you imagine the power if black and queer people got together?
Yeah.
If black and brown people and queer people got together and just said, that's it, we're not going to take it anymore. Right. These stories would be a lot different.
Yes.
I remember back in the 60s when the civil rights was enacted, the country was much more racist then than it is now. So that should give us hope that, you know, in this period of time that we can actually make a way bigger difference, you know? So we have to hold on to some kind of hope, you know?
Also in a country where the whites aren't necessarily always, you know, the larger population. We're becoming a minority.
The majority, yeah.
Yeah, it's switching, and which I'm like, okay.
Which, of course, this is designed to fight.
Right.
Or hold off, stave off
Yeah.
till the end.
Yeah.
Well, there is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.